All right, so we're just gonna kind of review the yard, and as you can see here, there's plenty of areas that did not grow in, and there's areas that are really dry. Definitely requires more watering. However, the sprinklers were actually kind of going over onto the neighbor's driveway, and they voiced concern, so I have to come up with a different method to consistently water the area or whatever. So I mean, that's just the facts. You don't want to speak ill of anybody, but the truth is the truth. I was watering the grass like every twice a day for about 20 minutes or so at a time, and it was doing pretty well. But as you can see right here, I'm not, it really didn't grow in at all. So I came back and I put in another level of dirt and seed that's under here. But since I haven't watered it, it's pretty much done nothing. Now I'm kind of debating between just waiting until the rainy season and see what happens, as opposed to continuing to throw money at this issue in this season. I'm just not 100% sure. Right here is an area where I actually sprayed some weeds, and in the front, also, that's where all these little brown spots are. There were actually weeds in there. And then, so coming over here to the front yard, you can see the brown spots where I actually sprayed the weeds. So it actually looked a lot better than this before I actually sprayed those weeded areas. Because I've been trying to work hard at trying to understand and learn how to basically get a pretty healthy lawn, as a DIYer. I've tried different types of products. So you can see here, all of this just died because of the spray. So what I'm going to do with these areas is I'm going to till up this area and put down grass seed and some topsoil over the top to try to get these areas back together. So anyway, so if you look at the backyard here, you can see that it's patchy. Now, right here, you can see some weeds, and those are weeds like that I kind of go and spot kill. That's why you see like some of these brown spots back here, because I actually sprayed back here as well. I had a lot more weed spots back here, and as you can see, I had the same effect where I got grass in certain areas, and other areas it did not grow in. So it's going to be a trial and error type of thing, trying to figure out how to, get this all done. But anyways, I said a while ago that I was going to be building some planter boxes, and here they are. Right here, this big pumpkin plant. We're thinking we're going to have to transport this pumpkin plant because it's going to be too big for this. Now, the planter boxes aren't, top quality, but basically they're made out of redwood and cedar. My top casing here, the top casing right here, this portion, I wasn't able to, my miters are terrible, but by the time I got towards the end of the project, I was rushing, so I didn't really do as great a job or take the time. And you can also see on these fence posts, or not fence posts, fence things I use to try to put on the top. They kind of have some bows and stuff in them, so wood movement was causing a problem. But basically, as I said, this is totally built out of redwood and cedar. There's no treatment on it, so who knows how well it will fare over the long haul. Two pumpkin plants. That's a pumpkin plant, watermelon plant, pumpkin plant. Just discovered that the pumpkins and the watermelons, these particular seeds that I got, they're going to get to be like 20 to 30 pounds a piece. So I'm going to have to reconfigure that. Over here, we've got more plants that my wife planted. I am not 100% sure what these plants all are at this time. She told me, but I just didn't retain the information. So we got a bunch of plants here. Over here, we've got some other plants and pots. I believe these are eggplant. This is corn here. This is a Romano tomato plant, and then got various other plants back here. I know there's cilantro somewhere around here. This is a plant of stuff where somehow some seeds got mixed up. So what my wife did was just throw them all in a pot to see what happens. And looking closely, it looks like we got some lettuce and carrots growing in the same pot. So we'll see how that works out. Got these plants back here. I think this is cucumbers. I'm not 100% sure. But you can see we got quite a few things growing. This is my wife's first time actually really trying this. So, and I mean, you know, if it you know, does well, great. If not, you know, we at least learned a lot. Coming back over here, we have these are either russet potatoes or sweet potatoes. I don't know which one. It's just in a plastic tub. This right here is a jalapeno plant because, oh yeah, that's right. Over here, some of these were like different peppers, and my wife was concerned that they weren't going to grow because they weren't sprouting or they weren't doing well, but they look like they're starting now. So we bought a plant that was already grown, which is this one here, so that we can make sure we got some jalapenos here. This is either the russet potatoes or sweet potatoes. So one of these two tubs, both of these tubs have potatoes in them. I do not know what's in there. I think strawberries are in there, the ones that we bought from the bulb. And then I actually found a strawberry plant at Home Depot. So I've got a couple of those. And this one looks like it's having some struggles, but you know, we'll see how it works out. So anyways, I have a lot, you know, more work to do. You know, sometimes it feels endless. You know, you're doing all these projects and things don't turn out the way that you wanted to turn out. I got to get back to watering this lawn and also, you know, putting down more dirt, because what I see just in my novice skill set is that I need to continue to put down, you know, some topsoil for, you know, just to cover the seed so that the birds don't come and eat it up. Another thing that I'm not happy about in the backyard, just jumping back on this backyard topic, is I did not till this 100%. I tilled a lot of it. Like over here is an area where I kind of tilled most of it. But as I got over to this side, I was kind of sparingly tilling because I thought some of this, like here, seemed like it was pretty decent grass. But then as a lot of these patches grew up, I found out that those were actually kind of that crabgrassy type stuff, like this right here with the seed. And that is what actually took over the yard in the first place. And so I'm just trying to combat this, and in the process, I mean, it's taken a lot of time, a lot of energy, and money for that matter. But if and when I do figure out how to solve the issue, it'll put me in a better position to be able to repeat this for, you know, myself if I move from here, and then also to be able to, you know, show others so that they can, you know, learn from not knowing anything and then progress on to being able to do these things for themselves. So anyways, this is just a lawn update. Obviously it did not go as I would have hoped, but it's best, you know, I mean, I'd prefer to be, you know, somewhat transparent about these things so you can see what the end goal was that I got. Definitely this is not what I was hoping for, but I'm not going to, you know, throw in the towel and give up. I just have to kind of recalibrate. But anyways, just got to look at this little flower down here on the pumpkin plant. So, cool. All right, guys, thanks for taking time to watch the little update video, and I will see you in my next one. Take care.